Diskutiron ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manugod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga, Risa Santos asin Jason Nola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sarabay niyatong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga.
Ano ang sukol kang progresibong syudad? Mga haralangkaw na edibisyo? Marambong na negosyo? O masararon pa? Sa Naga, ang sukulanta, disiplina. Digdi nakagamot ang totoong progreso. Puunan ta na sana sa simpleng pagparada sa mga designadong lugar, sa paggamit ng pedestrian lanes, pagrespeto sa speed limits, pagsunod sa vending hours. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa dalan. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako dahil sa takot sa penalidad, kundi dahil inikultura. Sa disiplinaga sa kapalibutan, liwatang pagtarabangan na malinigan ang satong kapalibutan. Sa pag-apon sa tamang bugtakan, pag-segregate, pagbayanihan sa paglinig ka makanal, o sa simpleng paglinig kan sa tuyang mga tungod. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bakusan ng responsibilidad. Inigawi ng pagmakulog sa pagdaraid, sa inaagihan. Itong makakaturog kitagabos ng tunino. Tamayo na ning nagbibidyoke ning lampas alas 10 ng pagni. Tamayo na itong nagmumotor na maribok ang tambutsyo. Asin mayo na nilang iirinuman sa luwas ka ng araw. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa komunidad. Ang disiplinaga, bako sa ng programa. Ini sa tong kultura. Ini sa tong panuga. Asin nagpupuon ini sa tuya gabos. Ang progreso, bakong dipisil. Kun may disiplinaga.
Diskutiron ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manugod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga, Risa Santos asin Jason Nola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sarabay niyatong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga. Isiron ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno.
For the start of our 53rd regular session.
The session is now called to order.
Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer present. Honorable Elmer S. Balimoro, City Councilor absent. Honorable Jesse R. Albios present. Honorable Gil G. Rosales present. Honorable Vito Borja II on sick leave. Honorable Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez present. Honorable Melvin Ramon G. Buenape present. Honorable Wilfredo Jude A. Jokno present. Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza present. Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig absent. Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio on leave. Honorable Maria Corazon Peña Flor absent. Honorable Jefferson Romeo V. Felix present. Sir, we have a quorum.
The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Next is, please all rise for the prayer in the Pambansang Awit.
Sa pagtatalakayan namin sa kapulungan ito, bigyan ninyo kami ng talino upang mapaglabanan ang sibuyo ng aming damdamin. Bigyan niyo kami ng mapangunawang puso na walang kinikilingan.
Kami ng malawak na pananaw upang mabatid ang anumang nakabalangkas para sa hinaharap.
Bigyan ninyo kami ng malawak na pananaw upang mabatid ang anumang nakabalangkas para sa hinaharap.
Bigyan ninyo kami ng tatag at lakas ng loob sa pagtuklas ng katotohanan at kabutihan.
Bigyan ninyo kami ng tatag at lakas ng loob sa pagtuklas ng katotohanan at kabutihan.
Bigyan ninyo kami ng kakayahan sa pananalita na maaari kaming maunawaan.
Bigyan ninyo kami ng kakayahan sa pananalita na maaari kaming maunawaan.
At higit sa lahat, Panginoon,
At higit sa lahat, Panginoon,
gawin ninyo kaming karapat-dapat na lingkod bayan ng lungsod na labis naming minamahal at iginagalang ang lungsod ng Naga.
higit sa lahat.
Ang puso ng Bicol, Sianawa.
Pambansang Awit.
Bayang mag-iliw, perlas ng sinangala, alam ng puso, sa ditid mo'y buhay, lupang hinirang, tuyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pa sisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdininig, ang bituin at araw niyang kailan, pag may nagdidilim, lupa ng araw ng luwal, hating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Symbols of the rarest nature, a tree, a river, and a shrine. Sing your songs, we hear your voices, in church, in streets, and marketplace, in campus, the upstairs, different knowledge, different God shapes our lives.
morning. Let me acknowledge the presence of the people from the local government unit of Sangay, Camarines Sur, led by Councilor Joseph Asada and Councilor Vivian Economides. Welcome to the city of Naga. Let me also congratulate City Councilor Jude Jokno for that, how do you describe that? Spot-on prediction. Alexandria Ayala finally got her first championship in the World Tennis Association or the Women's Tennis Association. I was telling City Councilor Nathan Serio that in case Ayala would win that Washington Open, we would invite her to the city of Naga in order to receive the resolution proclaiming her as an adopted daughter of the city, the heart of Bicol. Next item, please. Next item. Let me acknowledge the presence of City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Next is the privilege time.
Any member of the regular Sangguniang Panlungsod who wishes to deliver a privilege speech? City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro, please.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo ng Hapag, ang kagalang-galang Gabriel Bordado Jr., aking mga ginagalang na kasamahan, atin pong mga bisita from galing sa munisipyo ng Sangay, mga kasama ang ilan kasama natin sa Philippine Councilors League, kapwa empleyado ng pamahalaang lungsod, mga kaibigan sa media, mga nanonood sa live stream, mga kapwa ko nagmamahal sa sariling kultura at wika, mga minamahal kong Nagenyo, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ngayong Agosto, ating pinagdiriwang ang buwan ng wikang pambansa at mahalagang bigyan din natin ang tema na wikang Pilipino at AI, kasangkapan sa pananaliksik at tunay na yaman ng impormasyon. Ang temang ito ay hindi lamang paalala na ang ating wikang pambansa ay buhay at patuloy na lumalago, kundi isa ring panawagan na yakapin ang makabagong teknolohiya, partikular na ang Artificial Intelligence o AI, bilang katuwang sa makabansang gawain ng pananaliksik. Kinikilala nito ang magkaugnay na papel ng wikang Pilipino at AI sa larangan ng saliksik. Ang AI ay itinuturing na mahalagang kasangkapan sa pagpapabuti ng kalidad ng pananaliksik ng mga Pilipino. Una, para sa kapwa Pilipino. Sa kabilang banda, patuloy pa ring tinatahak ng wikang Pilipino ang landas ng intelektualisasyon, isang proseso na nagbubunga ng pagbabago sa loob at labas ng bansa. Ilan sa mga halimbawa nito ay ang paggamit ng Pilipino sa mga asignaturang agham, matematika, kasaysayan at iba pa. Sa mga akademikong lathalain tulad ng mga journal, artikulo at balita, at maging sa international na pagpupulong at talakayan. Sa konteksto ng pamahalaan, ang pagsasalin ng mga batas at patakaran mula sa Ingles patungo sa Pilipino ay mahalaga upang higit na maunawaan ng mamamayan ang kanilang mga tungkulin at karapatan. Nais kong ipaalala sa ating mga tagapakinig ng Artikulo 14, Section 6 ng Konstitusyon na naglalayong paunlarin at pagyamanin ang Pilipino bilang wikang pambansa. Sa ganitong paraan, kapwa ang AI at wikang Pilipino ay nagiging tulay na gagamitin ng mga Pilipino para sa pagbuo ng isang magandang kinabukasan. Sa ilalim na ika-6 na bisyon ng Finish Lines 2028, ang Open, Digital, and Participatory Naga, ipinapakita ng pamahalaang lungsod ang kanilang seryosong hakbang sa makabagong pamamahala. Agosto ng nakaraang taon, isinagawa ang AI Training Workshop dito sa ating session hall para sa mga kawani at sinundan ito ng Google Workshop Training nitong Enero sa Pagcor Multipurpose Event Center. Ang mga pagsasanay na ito ay malinaw na patunay na tuloy-tuloy na pagbabago mula sa luma at mabagal na sistema ng datos patungo sa pamahalaang bukas, digital at accessible. Sa ganitong paraan, mas magiging malinaw at mas napapadali para sa mga mamamayan ang bawat proseso ng pamahalaan. Isang hakbang na tunay na sumasalamin sa malasakit at malinaw na pananaw ng ating lungsod tungo sa mas progresibong naga. May alinlangan pa rin sa paggamit at pagtanggap sa AI, tulad ng kontrobersyal na inisyatibang Pax Silica na binigyang diin ni City Youth Councilor Precious Chloe D. Quiros sa kanyang talumpati ng nakaraang linggo. Isang babala na ang teknolohiya ay makakaapekto hindi lamang sa ating kapaligiran, kundi pati na rin sa mga komunidad. Kailangan nating maging maingat sa paggamit ng AI, huwag po tayong magpakampante sa madaling paraan ng pagkalap ng impormasyon. Dapat nating tiyakin na may malinaw na proseso at pagbiberipika sa ating pinagkukuhanan ng impormasyon upang hindi makaabot sa ating mga kababayan ang maling datos. Kailangan din igalang ang data privacy at community consent, lalo na kung ang pinag-uusapan ay kaalamang bayan at katutubong wika. Ito ay alinsunod sa Data Privacy Act of 2012 at Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997 na parehong pumoprotekta hindi lamang sa sensitibong impormasyon ng bawat tao, pati na rin sa mga natatanging kultura at pagkakakilanlan ng isang populasyon. Ang mga gumagamit ng artificial intelligence ay dapat maging responsable at may respeto sa paggamit nito upang mapangalagaan ang karapatan, kapangyarihan at benepisyo ng mga komunidad na pinagmumulan ng ating mga wika. Ito naman ay may kaugnayan sa Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 na nagbibigay proteksyon laban sa maling paggamit ng teknolohiya. Mga kasama ang AI ay dapat na maging instrumento ng karaniwang Pilipino, ng magsasaka, ng guro, ng estudyante, ng manggagawa, para sa mas mabilis na pag-unlad. Ang wikang Pilipino ay dapat manatiling sentro upang ang kaalaman ay hindi lamang para sa iilan, kundi para sa lahat. Ang pag-ugnay ng AI sa wikang pambansa ay siyang magiging daan tungo sa mas makatarungan, mas komprehensibo at mas makabansang hinaharap. Sa uli, ang ating mitiin ay malinaw, isang bansang gumagamit ng makabagong teknolohiya, ngunit nag-augat pa rin sa sariling wika at kultura. Isang lipunang marunong magtanong, marunong magsaliksik, at higit sa lahat, marunong magpahalaga sa sariling pagkakakilanlan. Kaya ngayong buwan ng wikang pambansa, ipagdiwang natin hindi lamang ang ating wika, kundi ang kapangyarihan nitong maging tulay sa yaman ng impormasyon, katuwang ng AI para sa kaunlaran at tunay na pagbabago ng ating lipunan. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay ang wikang Pilipino, mabuhay ang bansang labis nating minamahal.
Maraming salamat. City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro, buwan ng wika pala ngayon, ano? So, yung gustong magsalita ng wikang Pilipino, magsalita kayo. Although there was this contentious debate involving the former mayor and now the vice mayor of Cebu City, Tomas Osmeña. And he was saying that why should the national government, the central government in Manila, impose a so-called wikang pambansa when they also have their own language, Cebuano. But in my case, I will not do that. So if you wish to use the wikang pambansa, you can use it. Next item, please. Unless another member of the no other member of the council wishes to deliver a privileged speech. Okay, so let me acknowledge the presence of City Councilor Maria Corazon Peñaflor, the President of Liga ng mga Barangay. Next item, please.
Next is the reading and approval of the order of business.
City Councilor Attorney Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, may I move to dispense with the reading of the order of business and move for the inclusion of the following items. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 13 is the verified answer from Punong Barangay Jose Peñas of Barangay del Rosario for administrative case number 2026-005. As item number 14, a letter from the Naga City Bantay Familia Protection Center relative to comments and recommendations on the proposed ordinance number the proposed ordinance to the Naga City Right to Care Ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo B. Felix. Under new business, Mr. Chairman, a letter from the Honorable Frank M. Mendoza expressing the need for an inquiry as to the implementation of City Ordinance number 2019-99.
That's a letter coming from City Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. A letter expressing the need for an inquiry as to our compliance with the requirements to Republic Act number 4136 or the Land Transportation and Traffic Code. This is in relation to the implementation of City Ordinance number 2019-099.
Okay.
As item number 2 of new business is a proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza entitled An Ordinance Establishing an Optional Document Courier and Delivery System for City Government Issued Certificates, Permits, and Clearances, providing a framework for the computation and public disclosure of courier fees based on public procurement and for other purposes. As item number 3, also a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, amending Ordinance number 2023-6, otherwise known as an ordinance mandating the registration of ownership of agricultural and fisheries machinery and equipment in Naga City. As item number 4, a transmittal from the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, endorsing the resolutions from the Independent Component City Agriculture and Fishery Council for appropriate action of the Sangguniang. Under other matters, Mr. Chairman, a transmittal from the Department of Interior and Local Government relative to the Memorandum Circular 2026-41, the e-Legis reference system. With the Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the order of business.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is the reading and approval of the minutes of the previous sessions held last 29th regular session and the 30th regular session.
Again, City Councilor Attorney Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, may I move to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the 29th and the 30th regular session of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod and move for their approval.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next, under special business or order, a letter dated July 30 from the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to negotiate and enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Interior and Local Government relative to the implementation of the GIAO activity for strengthening the co-creation of an identified city flagship program.
Any comment or reaction to this particular item?
Chairman.
What is the GIAO? City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro. Magaling kang magtagalog. Hindi namin alam kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng Dagyao. Yes, City Councilor Attorney Rosales.
The City Mayor is just requesting for an authority to enter into the said memorandum of agreement with the DILG for the implementation of the Dagyao Town Hall meetings, which serve as a citizen engagement platform in which government, CSOs, private sector, sectoral representatives may identify local issues, co-create solutions, formulate commitments, and strengthen public accountability. May I respectfully move, Mr. Chairman, for the passage of a resolution authorizing our City Mayor.
Before we tackle that motion, I just want to know the meaning of Dagyao. Again, City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Ginoong Pangulo, hindi po ito Tagalog term. It is a Visayan term, which means bayanihan.
Dagyao.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
In Bicol,
Pagkakasararo.
okay. Very good. So, the motion, City Councilor Attorney Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? On joint and collective motion.
Joint and collective, Mr. Chairman.
Next item, please.
Next, under unfinished business, item number 1 is a letter dated July 23 from Mr. Arthur Abunal, GSD Head, containing their comments and recommendations on the proposed ordinance regulating the installation and display of advertising materials in the city of Naga.
Comments? Reactions? Questions?
Women, Mr. Chair.
So we will
Women, Mr. Chair.
refer this to the Committee on Women, Family, and Gender Equality. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated July 28 from Ms. Rosalie Dunacao Duran, President of the Philippine Association of Social Workers Incorporated, Camarines Sur Chapter, submitting their recommendations on the proposed ordinance establishing the Naga City Bantay Exploitation System against prostitution, related sexual exploitation, digital coercion, and other coded referral-based online or demand-driven exploitative arrangement, including thus locally or online referred to as the walker-talker exploitation system.
Again, we will refer this to the Committee on Women, Family, and Gender Equality. Next item, please.
Next is the comment and recommendation submitted by the panel of prosecutors Persecutors na niya ulit din. Prosecutors, Office of the City Prosecutors of Naga City, on the proposed ordinance establishing the Naga City Bantay exploitation systems.
Again, we will refer this to the Committee on Women, Family, and Gender Equality.
Next is a letter from Dr. Johan Michael Sales, our city veterinarian, expressing their full support for the proposed ordinance seeking to amend the Naga City Ordinance for Animal Care.
We will refer this to the Committee on Health. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated July 28 from the Office of the City Mayor, returning City Ordinance numbers 2026-078 and 2026-079, unsigned with her veto message and recommendation for their improvements.
Yes, reaction from City Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I will be revising the two policies and will be resubmitting anytime soon, Mr. Chair.
What happened to these ordinances?
According to the veto message, Mr. Chair, there are parts that are said to be prejudicial to the public good, and there are parts that are vague for implementation purposes but are good in policy. But I think, Mr. Chair, I think it will also be beneficial if I still carefully review this and revise further. Perhaps, Mr. Chair, I will make it more detailed. Also, I will place the necessary frameworks so that it will be clearer in terms of implementation, audit, and procurement. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I'm a bit shocked. This was the first time the city mayor ever vetoed an ordinance coming from the Sangguniang Panlungsod. So we do hope that improvements can be introduced and integrated into the new proposed ordinances, not only one ordinance, but two ordinances. Next item, please.
Next is a letter from Punong Barangay Ruben Limbo o Barangay Pacol, endorsing the application of Mr. Danilo Adolfo for the available franchise lot in the special Trimobile franchise route under Pacol Tricycle Drivers and Operators Association.
We will refer this to the Committee on Transport.
Next is the joint committee hearing of the public hearing of committee report for the joint public hearing of the Committee on Public Utilities, Consumer Protection, Ways and Means, and the Committee on Environment and Energy held last July 28.
Who will be rendering the report? So, City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the committee for the public hearing held last July 28, 2026.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committees are Committee on Public Utilities, Committee on Consumer Protection, Committee on Ways and Means, Committee on Environment and Energy. A public hearing does not require a quorum, but quorum was obtained during that particular public hearing.
Okay.
So may I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the study of a proposed resolution requesting the national government to suspend the imposition of the missionary electrification charge and the value-added taxes on power bills to help ease the financial burden on electricity consumers while generation and transmission costs remain relatively high. So move, Mr. Chair.
Before we act on that particular motion, the reason why there was this staggering increase in the Caso Recoto rate was the imposition of the missionary electrification charge and the value-added tax on the power bills. Is that correct, City Councilor Dr. Albios?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Based on the statements coming from the General Manager of Casureco 2, the generation charges and transmission costs are relatively high from June and July. Plus, there are implications of missionary electrification charges and value-added taxes that, when summarized, would increase the bill of power for the consumers, Mr. Chair. And
How about the systems loss, which was mentioned by the President himself during the SONA?
GM Piamonte mentioned about the systems lost. However, he's not very favorable to suspend the imposition of generation of systems lost, considering that the cooperative will suffer from this suspension of fees. Instead, he mentioned about the missionary electrification charges, Mr. Chair. These are charges that goes for development of remote barangays in islands. Yes. Where it is also passed on to consumer of cooperatives.
What is the current systems loss of the Casureco 2?
Based on the presentation, Mr. Chair, I think it was at 12%.
12%. Okay, so please make the final motion now, unless there are comments from the members of the council. No comment?
Since there are no comment, Mr. Chair, may I move that we recommend to the plenary for the study of a proposed resolution requesting the national government to suspend the imposition of missionary electrification charge and the value-added taxes on power bills to help ease the financial burden on electricity consumers while generation and transmission costs remain relatively high. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios. Next item, please.
Next is a letter from Ms. Army Gunay, a governance program director, submitting consolidated public feedback gathered from the city social media channels on the proposed ordinance institutionalizing the Aral Manejo program.
We will refer this to the Committee on Manpower and Livelihood.
Next is another communication from Ms. Gonay submitting their comments on the proposed ordinance institutionalizing a citywide harmonized youth value formation program in the city of Naga.
We will refer this to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the CUT Youth Councilor Ira Denise Calleja, sponsored by the Honorable Jesse Albios and Honorable Hilda Gay Lamunal Gomez, institutionalizing the mandatory food handlers class and establishing an online registration system in the city of Naga as a requirement for the issuance and renewal of health certificate.
Yes, City Councilor Dr. Gail Abonal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, this proposed ordinance is pending with the Committee on Health and Nutrition, Mr. Chair.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Health and Nutrition. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the City Youth Councilor Ira Denise Calleja, co-sponsored by the Honorable Albios and the Honorable Abunal Gomez, localizing the implementation of Republic Act 10611, otherwise known as the Food Safety Act of 2013.
Again, we will refer this to the Committee on Health and Nutrition.
Next is the verified answer on the case Halili versus Punong Barangay, Peñas.
We will refer this item to the Committee on Blue Ribbon.
Next is a letter dated August 3 from Diane Robios, Executive Director of the Naga City Bantay Pamilya Protection Center, submitting her comments on the proposed Naga City Right to Care Ordinance.
Any comment? Councilor Dr. Gay Labonal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, the proposed ordinance is pending with the Committee on Health.
Okay, so we will refer this to the Committee on Health and Nutrition. Next item, please.
Next is under new business, a letter dated August 3 from Honorable Francisco Mendoza seeking for an inquiry in relation to the implementation of Ordinance number 2019-099 as to the compliance with the requirements of Republic Act 4136 or the Land Transportation and Traffic Code of the Philippines.
City Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. This refers to Ordinance 2019-099, which recently gained public attention because the speed limits imposed of the national law from which it was based, RA 4136. There are certain requisites required by that law. Number one, that the roads indicated in the ordinance, the speed limits should be certified and subsequently approved by the Land Transportation Office. Ang wording na gamit po, ang wording na ginamit, Tagalog pala, sa RA 4136 is a commissioner of the Land Transportation Office. So, we have to check, ano ba, have we complied with that requirement? Second, are there signages on those roads? Because when we pass a law, it must be publicized. Otherwise, the public would lack the information to comply with the same. Third, the law says that the speed limit nationwide should be uniform. So it raises the question, can we set a maximum speed limit lower than the national standard? So those are the inquiries, Mr. Chair, that I believe we should dwell into. And the same may be referred to the Committee on Transport in order for the concerned offices to be invited and to shed light on the matter. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Transport. Thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza establishing an optional document courier and delivery system for city government issued certificates, permits, and clearances, providing framework for the computation and public disclosure of courier fees based on public procurement.
Yes, again, City Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. That was actually prepared by the City Mayor's Office. I'm just sponsoring that draft ordinance wherein si mga kang opisina instead na maigdi sa City Hall to get the documents that they applied for, the same can be mailed to them through the private courier system. So I move that it be referred to the Committee on Good Governance.
Committee on Good Governance and People Empowerment. Okay? Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance, again authored by the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, amending Ordinance number 2023-006, otherwise known as an ordinance mandating the registration of ownership of agricultural and fishery machineries and equipment in Naga City.
We will refer this to the Committee on Agriculture. Next item.
A transmittal from the Honorable Francisco Mendoza favorably endorsing certain resolutions of Independent Component City Agriculture and Fishery Council for appropriate action.
Again, City Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Those are resolutions from the ICAPC, which I believe can be addressed through committee hearings by the Committee on Agriculture. So I move that the same be referred to that committee.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Agriculture.
Next is the other matters. The omnibus orders signed issued by Honorable Gil G. Rosales, Chairperson of the Blue Ribbon Committee, pertaining to the suspension and holding in abeyance of all pending administrative cases filed against barangay elective officials on account of the 2026 barangay and SK election on November 2, 2026.
Yes, City Councilor Turner Rosales.
Just request, Mr. Chairman, the Secretariat to furnish all concerned parties a copy of that order.
By the way, City Councilor Attorney Rosales, whatever happened to the discussion on whether to postpone the barangay and SK elections or not in Congress yesterday? Did you check?
No, Mr. Chairman. No information about it.
So the elections will push through.
So far, Mr. Chairman, it will push through.
Because there was this report, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benitez, was keen on postponing the elections at the barangay and SK levels to November 2028. So you have no info about what happened. Okay, so we will take note of this particular pronouncement. Next item, please.
Next is the transmittal from the Department of Interior and Local Government forwarding the Memorandum Circular number 2026-041 pertaining to e-legis reference system for information and appropriate action.
We take note of that particular item.
Next is the nominal voting. Mayo man kita.
Again, City Councilor Attorney Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, we have no matters for nominal voting.
Okay, so
I move to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
sure. Thank you.
Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sarabay niyatong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga.
Ano ang sukol kang progresibong syudad? Mga harlangkaw na edibisyo? Marambong na negosyo? O masararong pa? Sa Naga, ang sukulanta, disiplina. Digdi na kagamot ang totoong progreso. Pugnanta na sana sa simpleng pagparada sa mga designadong lugar, sa paggamit ng pedestrian lanes, pagrespeto sa speed limits, pagsunod sa vending hours. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa dalan. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako dahil sa takot sa penalidad, kundi dahil inikultura. Sa disiplinaga sa kapalibutan, liwatang pagtarabangan na malinigan ang satong kapalibutan. Sa pag-apon sa tamang bugtakan, pag-segregate, pagbayanihan sa paglinig kamakanan, o sa simpleng paglinig kan sa tuyang mga tungod. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako sa ng responsibilidad, inigawi ning pagmakulog, sa pagdaraid, sa inaagihan. Itong makakatulog kita gabos ning tunino. Tamayo na ning nagbibidyoke ning lampas alas 10 ning pagni. Tamayo na itong nagmumotor na maribok ang tambutsyo. Asin mayo na ning nag-iirinuman sa luwas kan harong. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa komunidad.
Nagenyo, kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga, Risa Santos asin Jason Lola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sarabay niyatong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga. Diskutiron ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manugod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga. Risa Santos asin Jason Lola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sa rabay niyatong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga.